Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I just came from a discussion on Sheila's panel. It was a good discussion. I know it got onto the wrong foot. Um, I would say like we we talked about this is typical topics. I don't know what they was talking about in the beginning. I was on a panel with them when I heard certain things, and I think Kat was on the panel, and I think of course Beach was on the panel, right? I was on that panel right behind DeAndre because I knew when it got heated when a certain specific someone I called the trick named Pablo came up there and talking about marriage statistics and talking about the date now and things like that. We call them trends, and it's it's just what it is. So you know what I'm saying, and I'm not worried about the situation. So you know that's just how it is at this point. So I'm not worried about what's going on, but it was just a little discussion that we had. I think one of the reasons you see that is like, oh, what's going on, DeAndre? Salute. And I was looking at it like this. I think the conversation when he came on the panel, she got a little agitated. I know shots were throwing and things like that. I was like, I mean, are we still talking about this stuff? The interracial is kind of low, but I mean, we talked about it on previous on my panels and other places I've done talked about it. It's not that much you can do. It's everybody's choice. If you want to get married, that's cool, but everybody's not. I won't say meant to be married, but I said that stuff on the panel because the only way you can do that is the mindset. And I was trying to tell Darrell, the only way you can do that, you're gonna have to be disciplined. It's a day-to-day process. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Most people get married for different reasons, but you gotta have the patience to do it. But not everybody's built. That emotional labor is something that men gotta take into consideration. Because I think I heard BGS said this all the time, emotional labor, and I think my dad doesn't deal with that either. Even though my parents is married like 30 plus years, that's a long fucking time, and that takes time. I mean, real time. So when you're on Sheila's panel like that, when she has like a co-ed panels like that, and then she calls it the penthouse, I think it was a good discussion when the men was talking something different. So I think it was good. I mean, it got a little rowdy. Don't get me wrong. It was lit over there. It got rowdy, and we kind of calmed it down. So I decided to go on the panel because I saw Dre, whatever, and I followed, and I wanted to join the discussion. But dude got up there, and these other dudes, I know they was trying to protect Cat, but Cat don't need y'all's protection, man. I mean, she act like she did, but she did respect dude. Like they didn't see what I see. What I saw dude does, he does this over at Platinum with this dumb shit. I'm like trying to come at me. I'm like, dude, you don't even know it's like that. You just you just trying to show your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like dudes like that. Like quit trying to cape for something, and she can do her. She can do. She's a big girl. She can defend her damn self. She's 40 something years old. She don't need your fucking help. She looks at you like a bloody coat hanger, but you know how it is. But shouts out to Cat. But I was trying to troll Pablo, call him a trick, but I can't stand that dude because he's a trim too. He's another one. You know, always talking about so-called game. He's over there with Bernie Povich them. The reason I don't like him, he was trying to do that bullshit on Cuda. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with dudes like that. He's an Oblivionite, another one. It's just all these Oblivionite man. They just need to go, man. Like, why are they coming over to Sheila's? It's a pattern with these niggas. Well, see, they'd be glad if Cerulean was there. If Cerulean was there, he'd destroy them dudes. They just clowns, man. I just don't get the fact that if you want to go on her panels, I mean, be respectable. I'm just like, it's crazy right now. And I was looking at that whole stream. I think half in the whole stream, I was in and out, in the clouds, in the chat. I had it on. I watched it, and I had to get on the panel and just hear the discussion. I think Joe W did a good job, and everybody else. But Beach was like, she was going at it with old girl. But, Beach was being Beach, as usual. And, Cat was being Cat. But Cat had her ways, but she didn't know DeAndre, and I was shocked because they didn't introduce the Met. I mean, they've been on panels, but not as much as I have with her. And I know she can be uncanny. But yeah, yeah. Well, she admit what she did. I mean, she fucked up on her end. She said, let's deal with it. But I think when you get around those spaces, it's okay to have a conversation with women. I have no problems. To me, when I look at that stream, I look back at it. I have no issues. I just feel like that's just one thing. What's going on, Third Ward? Salute. I just don't feel that we should worry about those situations like that. I mean, conversate with them, that's great. I have no problems. I mean, people in the chat were so delusional. I'm glad I didn't see the chat on her thing because I know she uses a phone. I just don't see her trying to comply anything. Like I don't. I'm glad she has a phone or thing. That's her thing because I don't know if she deals with the mic. I mean, similar to Roger, I think Roger has the same thing, and that's hard to uh, adjust. The last time I did a phone stream, that was like months ago, months and months ago. It was like in the spring before I even had microphones and shit. Cause I don't even. Only time I do this, I do self live streams for that. That's my only option, or unless I get a lavalier later on into the thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tonight, H Town versus A Town. Yeah, that should be a good game. I ain't got time to watch it, but good luck with your team. But Sheila East Pound's getting littier and littier, man. But these dudes, these trends, is following that channel. I don't know what it is about Sheila's channel. I mean, she stood up to him, and hey, shit, they on her heels. So we got to do what we got to do. I enjoy her channel. I think it's what we needed. She put it out there. She did that. Yeah, the women. Yeah, and they put it out there. Yeah, it's exactly, John. Just damn women. But they put it out there. I mean, she did this last year with Wacky. When I first heard of her shit, when I saw Wacky on there, they was talking about the history of 1.0. You knew the history. So she was fairly new to it last year. When I met her on Wacky's panel first time, this is why I wasn't cammed up then. I was cammed up when I met Wacky uh, for the time in the stream, but I knew who he was back then. I was a subscriber, but I also remember him last year when I was on panel cammed up, like this. I had a different shirt on, whatever. It was around that time, this during COVID, whatever, right? But I was like, at the time I've been on these panels in Brain Trust, I learned a lot about these spaces and learned about their food. I think me and D. Durrell covered it on that panel. He had some great points. A lot of that stuff is skewed. A lot of that stuff, what's going on, Rashawn? Salute, man. It's just what it is, man. I decided to do a stream because I felt like, self live stream because I owed y'all from, I would say yesterday because it was a response stream because I did a Sunday stream by accident because I was bored. I had to get my thoughts on BMT and NT, so I decided, I said, let me do a stream. I did it for 11 hours and enjoyed it. Now, I will watch my own live stream, the one I did for 7 hours. I got to watch that. I got to watch that tonight or something and just intensify it because, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But what I've noticed in these past streams I've been on, even ones I'm doing, I said it's draining. But last night I was tired as fuck, so I did 8 hours on that one. And I told him what I said. We talked about this stuff. I think the general said each generation was poor. Depends on your family, whatever. But I said what I said. I stand on what I said on that panel today because I felt like I summarized what I was talking about. What's going on, Pastor? Salute, man. I just don't get why in the world her panels be like that. I mean, it's a great conversation. I mean, shouts out to Lovely and whoever is on that panel. But Kat did her thing, and I was impressed. I mean, she got Wiley for the first time. Sheila's seen her Wiley on her panel person. Yeah, because normally I see it over at the third shift. And yeah, people were streaming less last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, today's what, Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. I'll be right back because I saw a picture. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to reconnect. But yeah, I had an intermission. But I was looking at that stream and I was there. Yeah, sometimes Google can unsubscribe your shit. It usually be them and YouTube together. I've lost, I think, one sub. They unsubscribe. It ain't usually you. Sometimes it's them. Because at times that happens to me. But see, I'm blacklisted. I can't say much on YouTube because I'm in the dark house. I'm a villain, so it's pretty normal. I'm used to it. It don't bother me. I'm always number one when it comes to blackface. I'm public enemy number one. I don't care because what I saw today, I was impressed. I mean, you had some niggas I didn't care for, but Pablo was a typical trick and try to get upset. Well, he got triggered by Cat. Hopped off the panel like a little bitch. I was trolling him in the chat. And if you notice something, he didn't say nothing to me. That just show you he's scared of me. A lot of these niggas is cowards, man. I saw that weak ass, I would say, stream that no light side with the beard, right? He's talking shit about Shelia, right? I think Bala X did his trolling clips. I mean, he's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but when he did that when he did a clip on him and dissing everybody, I mean, y'all dudes ain't gonna last. I wait till women to flag y'all shit. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Those things, if I was Jerome, in 4 months they're gonna dox your ass. Mark my words. If I find out Angela, aka BWS, flags that nigga or dox him, whatever, you fuck with them, you out of there. And if they dox you, and if that ain't you in that picture, oh, you getting roasted on site. Period. That goes for anybody that co-signed his shit. You know what I'm saying? How can you support a nigga that takes other people's stuff and then try to do content? I mean, I used to do that when I was younger on old YouTube on my first channel. But dude, you ain't got no content, bro. Stop it. You ain't got trolls. They some bots and cowards. They can't do content. That's all I'm gonna say about him. But it's like I saw today over at Sheila's, man. See, I study panels and chats. I listen what y'all say, man. And I laugh. And it's kind of funny what Cerulli told me. I laugh at this shit too. It's too funny, man. It's too funny. They gonna have some birthday party for Cat camming up, stripping or whatever, but no hate. I'm just gonna be in the clouds for that. Because I'm not gonna participate in that. But, yeah. And I have to agree with certain people. Yeah, Sheila's stuff is going, I ain't gonna say go down the drain, but certain niggas is coming around, man. Yes, part of it's the women. A lot of it's our fault. Yeah. I be surfing the net too, but sometimes I get off this thing too and have a life off here. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a habit because of the streams. I'm not mad at anybody in that stream because I think what I learned today, we had a good conversation. To be honest with you, Pastor, I think it's okay. But on my end, on a Google Chrome, I think Zoom is one of the worst on Google Chrome. But if you have a Windows, I don't care for I don't care for Zoom. I mean, I have bad experience with Zoom because Zoom. I'm gonna tell you this: Zoom is what it is because I think you can have a long conversation. The only thing is the static, the unstable shit. When you try on different computers, it has to be compatible with the Windows. That's the only drawback. I don't like Zoom in general. It's a good idea for if you want to do panels, If you want to do like a 15-man panel, Zoom is your best bet. If I was you, if you're using a Windows laptop or a computer, you can use that for topics that you want to talk about on people, right? But if you use StreamYards, use them for open discussion, write your presentation out, or just drop links and information, teaching. That's what StreamYards is for. I just prefer use other ones besides Zoom. I use StreamYard, so I'm thinking about using Melon. I don't have no OBS. I ain't figured that out yet because I gotta have a separate computer for that. That's a whole nother story and topic. I ain't invest in those like that just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather use this on YouTube, self live streams, because I feel like that's the best way to grow your audience because when you try other stream apps and things like that, it gets complicated. But I do like Melon though. Melon's okay. That's probably my second option. But I do like Melon versus StreamYard. That's just me. But Zoom is just I'm tired of that shit. I seen that last year. Zoom is not the way to go. Because if you use Zoom, people are gonna look at you like you crazy. That's for conference meetings and stuff. I mean, if you like those streams, go ahead and have your name, move around and stuff. To me, I just don't like Zoom. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna fucking hit that link. I'm just always gonna be in the audience with that one. Even if I got gear, I ain't got a Windows laptop that's just for streaming. If I did, I would have got Zoom. You know what I'm saying? I would pay for it and I'll get on the Zoom link. We'd be talking. I wouldn't be cammed up though. But if I was cammed up, I have certain this and things like that. But I think Zoom is nice if you have different things going on. But shout out Sheila will share. But yeah, she had a good panel today. I mean, it was decent. I mean, it got a little rowdy and hectic, but we controlled it. But I think Kat did the same thing. She showed me. I was impressed with her today. I mean, she showed a lot of color. She gave that boy some pushback. Pablo was acting like a T. Trim. He was a hater. It's gone sock passe. But yeah, man, that stream was kind of intriguing. And yeah, I had like a little sermon and a diatribe. I had to get that off my chest because I was waiting long to speak. But I couldn't speak with a bunch of idiots on the panel. You know who I'm talking about. Triple Black, I wouldn't call him an idiot. Triple Black's just trolling. Triple's trolling. I don't really pay him no mind. He likes to, put a key in your back and instigate. But that's his thing. But triple's gonna be triple. Shouts out to Triple Black. But that's what I was saying. Them other two dudes, I just can't stand them. I see them over at Platinums a lot. Always hating on dudes, man. But they got scared when I got on the panel. You notice they didn't talk about me. They didn't even mention my name. I mean, they probably did, but they didn't mention my name. So that shows you I don't care for them dudes like that. I don't fuck with dudes like that. They come from Platinum. And that's the problem. I mean, shouts out to Platinum for being entertainer, but you dudes, y'all are terrible panelists. I see it a lot. It's no hate. It's just the truth, you know. Oh, what's the name? Kareem. What's going on, Kareem? Yeah. He said, "A or got issues he really needs to sort out because he trolling can be used a coping met." Yeah, I mean he's gonna be him. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Like I see these dudes come from Platinum, worst panelists. See, Ism. One thing I like about I'll tell you the difference between Ism and Platinum right quick. The difference between Ism and Platinum is Ism is a leader of the Macosphere. Shouts out to Ism. Ism, he's live right now. Ism is very, very, very fucking consistent. And the reason I like him versus Platinum, he tells it like it is. I respect Ism when he came over at MOT shit last year. Never hated on the guy. To me, he was funny. He was funny to me. He's funny to me. I don't care what nobody say. He funny to me. He should be entertaining, bro. I'm just saying he gonna be big. I'll support the motherfucker. Fuck what y'all think. Fuck what y'all think. That nigga's funny to me. It's sometimes you need a good laugh. You know what I mean? You don't have to be serious all the time. I mean, we could talk about it, but niggas don't want the truth. So I'm in the doghouse. I already know, man. But shout out to Izzy, man. He's doing that. That space is for fun. Enjoy that shit. Get your mind right and do what you got to do. Now, Platinum is like it's like a shit show, but it's a strip club, like Kuda said, right? It's a combination of everything. I can't explain what his shit is. Now he does some off the wall topics, but he does add a little bit of knowledge, but not to my liking. The only time he gets somebody like similar to me, they struggle with words and shit. They'll say some off the wall shit. Now Platinum is what he is, but I just found out he was a Navy guy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Cerulean told me that. I said, oh shit. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But I look at him different now because I know why he doesn't cam up. I know why he doesn't cam up. I know why. Because I don't know what he did in the industry, in the music, and filming Lil White. I don't know what he did. Let's see. That's something we got to talk offline or on panels and things like that. What's going on, Sheila? And just, that's something we got to talk about. If he ever comes on my panel, we have an offline, we need to discuss that or something like that. But I ain't saying we discuss it right now. I just want him to just do his thing and do whatever. We ever talk. If we ever talk, it's a possibility. Oh, why did he cam up? Oh, it's a lot of reasons. It ain't just people wanting him to cam up. I think he went off on someone on a panel. It's a lot of reasons. Because if you work with industry people, uh, they can dox him real easily. They can expose him because he must have said some shit back in the day we ain't heard. Because if he's been around since '07, I understand. And he's probably got a military background. I don't know. I don't know if he was decorated or not, but that's a whole nother a specimen on him. But there's a reason why he don't cam up. Because I'm gonna figure out what it is. And if I find out from Cerulli, I'm gonna laugh. That's some funny ass shit why he don't cam up. Cause I seen a picture of him holding a phone. But, I get people's got privacy, they want to, well, okay, cool. Oh, not a problem. Sheila, I done this before. I did that over at Kudas. When we did, oh, not a problem. Yeah, yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, yeah, not a problem, Sheila. We did that before with Kuda when his internet went out. That's how I met DeAndre, man. We hold that shit down and change the conversation because I knew it wasn't gonna go nowhere with the marriage statistics. And Kat was tired of hearing it. And to me, one thing I say, I like what she said. She's tired of hearing it. I'm glad she said this. She said something I agree with. That right there, I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. I co-sign that. I'm sorry to say that. I mean, y'all can call me biased, where fuck y'all niggas that hate. Co-sign that. I'm glad D Darrell came up. I asked him about Little Big Nate. I listened to what he said. I ain't got no issue with the brother. I don't. I don't. He makes way more sense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave that alone. D Darrell's a whole nother specimen. But he's a therapist. I get it. I get it. Because a lot of black men don't like going to the doctor nowhere. But, insurance but niggas don't want to talk about that. I think me and DeAndre talked about it on panels and shit. But that's the whole point of looking at it. He just don't. But yeah, I'm not worried about what I said on that panel, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it was some contention with me and Pablo on the panel. He didn't want to say nothing to me directly because he's kind of yeah, she's feisty. I'm not, that don't bother me, man. I mean, I've been on panels with her and we cool. She can talk her ish on me, and one day I got to get on her panel. We can talk about some real shit. But after that, we cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think I had China White on the panel for the first time. But she wanted to talk to certain individuals, but we ain't gonna name, but you already know what time it is. But she's keeping her distance as well. So hey, I'm just saying, like, the more I study the space, the more funny it gets. I mean, I'm starting to agree with Cerulean, man. You know? Yeah, it was sock passe. It was because what you saw was a conversation. I listened. Even when Sheila didn't, I was in the backstage. I enjoyed that shit. What Georgia was saying, conversating with Kat, they hash it out, whatever. Hey, I mean, I enjoyed that. I told him, no, I can wait. I was going to wait anyway because I wanted to get back on the panel and to just finish it off that way because I couldn't just, tit for tat because I had an issue with two people on that panel. But that's just what it was. But, hoorah. Yeah, nobles saying salute. Yeah. But it's just like what I saw today, what's going on antisocialite. And that's just what I'm saying. Like we said so many things on my streams, past streams I've done before I geared. I'm just like, we talked about the statistics. So now, see, deep down, you know what those niggas want to say, like Pablo and what's that old boy's name? Oh, Grinded, you ain't got no wrench. What's going on, man? Yeah, but I was just saying, yeah. Good afternoon, man. But yeah, what they would really want to say. They want to say it's the democracy. I heard Triple Black say it. I heard old boy Tree Baby say it. He tried to be the pushback, but he was caping. He had nothing to the conversation. But that other boy, Pablo, he sounded just like we was talking about all streams that I talked about. Oh, it's talking about it's the democracy. It was this and that, feminism, but really it's a plutocracy. But they don't want to hear that. I was trying to tell that D Darrell, man, like them niggas ain't listening. Them niggas is not listening. And they get pissed off when I use Cerulean's word, his catchphrase, dereliction, man. They just shut the fuck up. I'm just trolling them at that point. But I know what to say. I put words together, man. I just try to keep them after a while. Yeah, it is. I mean, those talk about sacrifice. Say, I can tell you. I'll tell you a quick story. A lot of those talk points that you hear about that rhetoric that came from Sergeant Willie Pete. I mean, Pete. He first idolized that shit going against Blake Barbie doll with that shit. So they kind of blamed him uh, for everything, But at the time, he survived. We survived in that period, even though I had my old channel, even though I lost it in 2012, came back and did this channel, I heard the same shit over the years, man. It ain't nothing new. He said, "What I've missed." Well, what they really wanted to say is black woman is God, which is what they are really essentially saying when they say it's gynocracy. Facts. Yeah. You didn't really miss nothing, man. Same old shit on Sheila's. They tried to derail and attack, but Cat put them down. That UK Jack to put the spear in their hearts, man. You didn't miss nothing. Oh, by the way, Mr. Grinchy, I was sky watching DS1. He was in DS1's chat today, and I forget what he said. He said, "Bro, they ain't listen to you," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And DS1 countered something in the chat. Boy, it's hilarious. But my man, Hangry Man, aka Angry Man, try to say hello, Dre. That's a funny ass stray, man. Ism ain't right. He's live right now, but shouts out to him. But I'm just like, these niggas is funny, man. I just can't take it. I was trying to hold back the laughter, man. It was crazy. Declined the call. But yeah, it's just so crazy. Every time I listen to him talk, when in the clouds, in the chat, these dudes be telling on themselves. Even the trolls, man. This one nigga, man, Mr. No Light. I'm like, he said, we got trolls over here going against Sheila and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? He wouldn't dare come on these panels talking that ish. But you know what those things gonna do to him in 4 months? If he keeps fucking up, they gonna dox his ass. Watch. I already know. He's the type of dude like likes to flip flop, come at me. I'm like, okay, and try to say my shit is boring. Nigga, let me tell you something, nigga. When they flip that shit on you, if they find out what you live, you out of there. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. If that dude gets exposed, y'all better roast him. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm giving y'all a heads up. That nigga is not going to make it. Can't do content. I'm sorry. I saw his weak ass stream from the recommendation. You know how they do the algorithms and things like that, right? I just shake my fucking head. Mm. Boy, he's fucking up. But for me, I'm just like, yeah, it's crazy, man. He said, I'm still considered new to the space, but I lost interest quick listening to a few channels with everyone repeating each other. At least certain channels, I'm hearing different topics. Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? It's that circle jerk and that double talk. They do it for attention. Greetings, Misha. What's going on, Mike? But anytime you sound like SWP, it's a wrap. You cannot do a damn thing. You cannot do a damn thing. What's going on, Ed? Nothing happened. I'm just giving my analysis. What happened on the panel today? Ended up being a good conversation at the end. Y'all need to watch the replay. I know y'all may disagree what the fuck I said. I don't give a fuck, but I'm still here. And I ain't getting doxxed. For what? I ain't got nothing to hide. You niggas is desperate. That shit will end too. Watch. They're gonna make a rule. Don't do that. It's a form of hacking. Information. You think people ain't got the blim blam and going pop on your ass. I know, because I live in Georgia, man. They ain't playing with that. Dudes get killed off this shit too, because I know it's go blow. Yeah, man. He's an officer, Dre. Yeah. He said, at least here and other channels. Yeah. I mean, I try to, hey, sci-fi say, I try to be different, man. I can't talk about prostitutes and hoes all day. I'll tell you this. I cannot talk about modern women all day. Because modern women, let me tell you something. Sci-fi say, modern women is one of the worst things to talk about in relationships because number one, I don't do relationship topics because number one, it's a trend, it's a money grab. What it does, if you use SWP talking points, yeah, he was your boy. Okay, yeah, I used to like him once upon a time and I had to cut him off. But if you use his talking points, what I noticed on YouTube, legendary people that talk about gender wars all day. Yeah, she apologized, Mike. Yeah, she apologized. It's all good. It's all good. You got to see the rest of the stream. She apologized. She fucked up. You know, she fucked up. She didn't realize that. She had to learn. She had to learn. She knew her place. But as I was saying, if you're in the algorithm talking like that, Suspicious Samuels study that nigga, right? And everybody else, right? You get views. White folks love to see that shit. Now peep this and how they study numbers. Would a nigga say the foulest shit about women, no matter what color, you're getting praise. But if it's our women, it's like double the number. See, white women, they ain't gonna let you say that, but if she's a weaker version of them, right? They don't care. So you better be careful. You're on eggshells, really, but they're using you as a whip. So at this point, the trans got y'all. But you know what I'm saying? That's what happened to space. This got hijacked a long time ago, bro. Yeah, that's why I don't do those topics. That's a money grab. He said, you in the East Coast, why you have on winter coat? Well, it's windy out here. It's cool out here, Kareem. Sure, I'm in the South. It's cool right now. It's like 60, 70 something degrees. It's actually 60 to 50 something degrees out here. I'm just trying to stay a little warm because I'm in the shade. It's cool outside. It's fall. Next thing you know, it'll be like 50, 40 degrees. Yeah, it's about 60, 50 right now. It's down, it's in the lower. That's a whole nother subject. Yeah. He said, in my opinion, it's a difference between complaining and finding a solution. These dudes not helping the younger brothers out. Facts. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. What you just said, I agree. It's too much complaining. What Kat said today, I agree with. It's a lot of fucking complaining. I try not to. jump the conversation, I was gonna stay in the realm, but I was gonna see what she was gonna say. I just want to listen, and I gave it a solution. If you're not gonna build, why the fuck you complaining? And just leave it alone. I just say leave it alone. If you can't fuck with them, what else you can do? I ain't date. Let me tell you something. I ain't date a black woman probably since '09. That's a long time. That's decades ago. So I still have a shot here. It's a lot of them in different other cultures here, but yeah, it's a different story. Oh, it's nasty in NYC. I figured that. Yeah, I got. Let me tell you something. I got a lot of New York people subscribe to me too. So you ain't the only one. It's not cold, but it gets cold. The last time the South got cold, it was in the teens. You can't say that. No, it gets cold everywhere. It depends on where you're at. Because see, you think of Atlanta, outskirts of Atlanta gets cold. Trust me. I used to live in Tennessee. I'll tell you a story. In Tennessee, in the middle part, it gets 0 degrees every winter. And it's like that, I'll tell you a secret, because not the mountains and the hills, it's the grass level. So y'all ain't never been to the South. All the South ain't the same. Depends on the region you live at. Because I don't know why you people up north don't understand that, but if you live long enough, you be like, damn, it gets cold. It's weird like that. That's why a lot of people believe in global warming. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Yeah, some people say it's surrogate solution. No Easter. Oh, okay. Damn. Crying about women instead of teaching dudes is how to move and just ignore the ones don't like it. Simple. Yeah, it's very simple, Sakpa say. Let me tell you something. A lot of these dudes, to be honest, a lot of these dudes just want pussy. I hate to say this, but a lot of dudes, they just want the vagina, bro. A lot of dudes is so focused on the wrong shit. What's going on, degenerate? A lot of dudes are paranoid. Um, what I said about the pandemic on that panel, I said had a lot to do with the relationship. Two-parent households is the best. I mean, yeah, it is. But what he said today was very valuable. I like what he said. He said, "You Southerners, exactly, degenerate. They try to clown us, but we don't care about that shit. They would never say that in our face. We just laugh at them, man. We laugh at all types of people, man. But it gets windy and cold. Don't forget about the wind. I'm in the shade, so it don't really matter. Only time it gets hot here is rare. We had rain. Georgia has a lot of rain this year. We didn't get a summer. So yeah, I don't know about the Syracuse thing either. But as I was saying, a lot of dudes, like I say, they just want the pussy, man. They just want the vagina so much. And it's lust. It's lust. A lot of it is like they come on here to have like a dating fantasy. But I agree with the marriage part. That Disney World shit, what certain people say, a lot of people just brainwashed by that. And that's what D. Durrell was saying. He was saying the same thing. So really told me offline. So it's a pattern, man. People ain't going for that shit. They tired. People make a choice. You want to be alone, die alone, go ahead. We all are eventually. But if you want a relationship, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Yeah, the Raleigh area. Yeah. Men do settle and just get the booty, but if you hear most of these dudes situations, all you can really ask is why you was with her in the first place. If she got so much flaws, especially exactly that's the problem. And let me tell you something. That 11-hour live stream, if you watch a bit of piece of ism when he talks about, the women, of course, in between there, he has some good points. These dudes talk about dress size, da 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 da. What's going on, Mace? Salute you, bro. And yes, I say they be on some bullshit, and that's what I saw today on Sheila E's. It was a good panel, a good discussion. It was some fuckery about the end with that one girl trying to apologize to who, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's just you got to get used to that shit, man. You got to get used to that shit. But but panels like co-ed, the worst thing about I hate to say black folks like male and female. when they talk about marriage and relationships and structure, it's very difficult because the imagery of media fucked our heads up. And I've noticed this online. Offline, I don't see this. I mean, yeah, they argue, do the fuck shit. I saw that on down the street a couple of days ago with the baby mama shit and all that in the suburbs, right? In other places, but it's not the norm. Minority thing. But the majority of people are still together. And they just struggling to pull in. See, that's in the South. Let me tell you the secret. That's in the South mostly, especially in Georgia, and especially um, in other southern states. But every other state's different. They have problems. I give them that, but they overdo the stats so much. So I get what you're saying. There's a lot of dudes come here for the wrong reasons, and that's the problem. And that's a sad thing. I don't like the idea of surrogacy, but there's a lot of risky involved in it. Yeah, she's coming from that perspective. See, they can speak on that. I can't do that. I have to let them tell it, but they know the truth. That's why I fall back on those conversations too. I just listen. It's funny when certain people jump on the panel to troll brothers, but when they get trolled, they get heated. Mike, say that one more time in the back. I'm gonna repeat what he said. It's funny when certain people jump on panel to troll brothers, but when they get trolled, they get heated. Facts. And the reason that happens, I explained this to Namer. Shouts out to Seek Diggy. Salute to him. He said that last night and early this morning and on Tuesday morning. He said the exact same thing. They don't like that. And I saw this over at Art of News, so I brought up Truth, the young kid, right? Young kid didn't understand SKC. He was fucking with him in his head. But he realized something. He bought into it. He ain't been around guys like that. So he's a necessary evil for certain individuals like that. So we need to learn that before we try to move up to the ladder or wherever, but niggas is hard headed. But it's a day-to-day fight. But you got to be responsible. You can't cry on here, man. Use this as a buffer and then move on to the street. Yeah. Yeah, he said all the time. I promise I never heard dudes talking about women's dress size, makeup, hair all day until I found it. Exactly. Hey, something. Sci-fi say that's probably. Let me tell you something about that comment. That's probably the 400,000th time I've heard that from anybody in these spaces last year, and I'll say this year, because I've never heard men talk like that in the real, well, I would say realistic world, or most people say the real world, talk like that. Only time that comes up is when they're competing for women. But outside of that, it's not the norm. You know what I mean? It's like if you're in other states, I can tell no matter where you part in the state or county, whatever. But in the South, it's not like that. No, everybody's different. You got to travel more and see people. Even overseas is a little different. So yeah, it's a bit great points made. But I made this stream to say that's my observation, man. A lot of these people, they just fucked up mentally. And I told that to D Darrell, man. Yeah, man. It's just crazy, man. They talking on that reckless shit. But anyways, I mean, she did a hell of a job. I'm not tripping off of anything. I'm just not tripping off of things that people say, like, so I'm not worried. So, hold on for a second, y'all. Don't let the temperature feels like it's dropping. Yeah, my fault. Had to buffer a little bit. I like those channels, great content. They talk real issues. Charles Faulkner, Art New Style, Art of Mon. Yeah, I've been in those channels. I'm subscribed to Art of New Style. He's pretty cool. Um, Charles Faulkner, shouts out to him. Great officer Faulkner here. Woo! Shouts out to him. And he's a great dude. He's got great content. Support the brother, man. But Art, another one. Very, very, I would say even killed, but he keeps it in. He does his shit. Now, Arthur Itmore, we had like a little issue with Beasley. I mean, it's hard to get around, but I'll eventually come around. If he comes around my shit, I'll go around his shit. Put it that way. We'll see. I have to come around. If he comes around, and we can do something. So it's that I can work that out. That right there, I can. I'm not over on that side mostly, but if I come around, I'll come around. So if he finds my shit, eventually it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna give him time because because I'm subscribed to Beasley because he's a troll. So I used to be a former troll, but I gave that shit up a long time ago. So it's kind of messing with me right now. Yeah, he is. He is Kareem. He cammed up. I roasted him over at Kuda's. It's my fault. And I said, Kuda said, he said, oh no. He said, no, no, no. He looked like Michael Myers. That nigga looked like Michael Myers, man. Trying to talk about these women, man. Fuck out of here. Hanging with no light side, man. Trying to say my shit is boring. The fuck out of here, nigga. These niggas is funny, man. They funny to me. They like Looney Tunes, man. These niggas is funny. They funny on the internet, man. Like, I've never seen so much fuckery, man. This space is falling apart, but that's on them, man. I try to tell Kuda, it's like, yeah, I know what he looked like. He cammed up on someone's panel, right? Talking all that shit. And they try to say, Beasley, your camera's on. Y'all need to see that. Just type in Beasley cammed up in 2021. And you're going to be busting out laughing. You be like, oh, shit. That nigga cammed up, man. It's fucked up. Nah, he's a light-skinned black dude, but I thought he was a white man. I thought he was Caucasian, man. I was like, that scared the shit out of me. He told me he had long hair. When I was on the panel with him one time. He told me that. He said, I don't like when men settle. I don't even know when this award cue. Yeah, but Beasley, you done fucked up, boy. I think more should learn to able to leave things on the panel. Some people beef and bring it on other space and letting affect their. Yeah, yeah. Sci-fi say, niggas is dumb. That's what they do. Niggas is dumb. That's why they're a bunch of, like my man Cerulli said, yeah, they're derelicts and they're insurgents. Um, I call them lunatics too. They lunatics too, if they want to get that serious. But oh well, they all need to be strapped in a straitjacket at this point. Some of the way they talk. I'm gonna catch a flight. If you don't pay my cash app in time, I need 40 contributors. I need 25 contributors. I need 15 contributors. I'll shut this damn stream off. Oh man. Mike is when he try to say he looked like Hassan Campbell. Oh shit. Oh shit. I saw that shit. That had me dying, boy. He said, "What is your position on BMT's thing on his racist friends?" I'm not sure about it. Like I like BMT though. My view on it. Let me tell you something. I discussed it last night and this morning over at the General. He had a nigga wake up call. I'm gonna tell you this. He had a nigga wake up call, and when he talked about his fucking children, I mean, shouts out to BMT. I got his back. I don't see him as the C word, a coon. I don't see him as a coon. No, he just misled. He's misled. He got out of that out of that shadow. He had to learn. Don't be friends with them motherfuckers on YouTube or Google or any platform that deals with social network and social media. Fuck them. Because you know why? I live in a state that we don't get along with them like that. Yeah, we live amongst them in a community, but 9 out of 10, we don't fuck with them like that. I'm just sorry. I mean, I could talk business with them, But I don't fuck with them in real life like that. I'm sorry. Not in no friendly conversation. No, it's still problems like that. That's like that in the South. See, if I was up north, yeah, I had some white friends be cool if they wasn't racist. But most of them are racist regardless because they don't like niggas anyway. So they stand on their square on that. So I grew up in the South. These niggas can't tell me nothing online. Online is bullshit. It's bullshit. Go outside, you put a gun in your face. They for real out here. So we throw bullets right back at them. So they already know we don't like them. So it's tension. So when we get on panels with them, they're going to throw the weird shit. I discussed that in my last live stream that was 8 hours. On the midway to the tail end, I talked about that. So yes, BMT is doing a great job putting their foot on their neck last Saturday. And then he in the next weekend, talking to Hood Servant Trey about, see, they bunch of C words, right? That's mentally white-minded. And BMT stand what he stand on. He will not tolerate that shit. He shouted me out in a 9-minute live stream for supporting him. But shouts out the brother over here. He's always welcome over here. I ain't got no problems with BMT. He's welcome over to Art of New Style. Great solutionist, man. I support brothers like that. So, yeah, he's all right with me. Exactly. I side on him all the time, so I can't say. And I'll give you a perfect example. Agent F had a white boy named Mazunga. I'm going to go back to this like last year. He called them niggas dumb. He should have called them derelicts. Because I've heard the term dereliction before and derelict word before. Prior to Cerulean, I know that's his word too, but I know other people saying it. But how he says it stings. But when I say it, I just drop a bomb. I don't give a fuck. But Mr. Fedinelli, aka Agent F, thought I need to be cool with the white boys. Mazunga from other panels with Avatar X, big homie, their big homie. That's a porn star. But he called them niggas dumb. That's what he did. You know what saved him, Sakpase? Zero hate, aka zero. He broke him down like a syllable, and they checked his ass. I mean, he checked his ass, right? But that next wherever stream, Black Brain Trust was pissed off. AKA Jay Shine. He cussed all them niggas out and got mad at Agent F, Mr. Finelli, and they need to stop fucking capping. He was mad at his ass for bringing that white boy over that fucking stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Them niggas, they was emotional like bitches. They didn't know what to do. That white boy could say the weirdest shit, and they didn't know how to defend themselves. Caught with their pants down. He dropped a bomb on their ass, and they lost. They took a L that day. Wacky made a stream about that. He said these dudes got emotional. What he said exactly, like fucking women, man. And I get it. These niggas ain't built like that. It's your actions, what you say on panels, man. Stop it, bro. And I'll tell you another incident happened. Roger Report. The guy was on the same sexual tip with the alphabet group, right? He used the graping jokes. Some people say the R word, right? Okay. Um, the sexual stuff. He came at I believe it was Rael and Pastor $40. Now, Pastor $40 wasn't emotional. Shouts out to him. He wasn't emotional on that stream. The only person that was emotional was Rael. He called him with his pants down. Roger kind of instigated a little bit. I ain't gonna say instigate. I think he just pried him up like this. He fucked up and let that white boy do damage like that. And that's twice. It's twice in the space. Twice. My own eyes. Twice. Third time, this time was BMT. So BMT did the right thing. He checked them motherfuckers. Never happened again. And this time, if y'all don't do what BMT did, you niggas ain't shit. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't shit. And let these other races punk you like that. And fuck the so-called white manosphere. I call them mainstream manosphere. I don't fuck with them losers like that. You know what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna get guillotined one day, and their lives will be cut short. I ain't gonna talk about physical guillotine. I'm gonna talk about that mental guillotine. They're gonna be up out of there. They ain't built for this shit, and people don't give a fuck about them because they the real coons, man. I hate to say it, but historically, like yeah, do the research, boy. Them white boys is done, man. I don't see them prospering in the future like that. Not with that rhetoric, the sexual shit. It's gonna be some pushback. But BMT, he's standing on what he's standing on. I mean, he ain't perfect. He had a wake up call. That's all. Everybody can look at his situation. He stand on. I mean, Kareem, yes, that's my position. He had to do something when his children was threatened. Oh, it lit him like a match. He was lit up. They lit him like a match, and it got to him. Psychological damage. He had to learn. He had to learn the hard way. He admit that he fucked up, and he said, "Hey, I'm human. I'm a human being. I love my kids, but you're not gonna talk about my kids like that." He got tight. He got tight. Ah, and they got tight. I saw it. I saw it on that stream. I saw the emotion, and it happens when you mention another man's kids. He's gonna try to kill you, and that's passion. It's passion. It's like the black community. You don't do that. That's a no-no. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, guys like that is all right with me. He was talking about that too. I think he came on the panel that night, that was 7 hours, to tell me that. He told me what was going on about the kid shit. I think it was his friends. That's what he told. I think that's what he told us when he was on that panel, me and Big J. That's what got to him. That's what got to him up here. Psychological damage. That's what got him up here. And I didn't know that. And I have no issue with him. He's a good dude. I'm just subscribed to him and I support him. Got his back. I'll cut some white heads and get them up off your panels and shit. So yeah, man. But BMT, I salute to you. Do your thing. Check these motherfuckers. Do your thing. Put their foot on their necks and bury them, man. They're disgrace. But I co-sign that shit, man. I co-sign that all day, man. Do you. Don't trust these other races. All they're gonna do is gaslight you and goat you into their shit. Fuck them. They already lost YouTube, man. The old women's laughing at them. They're a joke. I just don't take them serious 95% of the they suckers, man. They want to be us so bad. They want to be us so bad and they can't. They can't. But you got derelict Negroes say, oh, I love the white man. I love him. I love my idol. I want to be like Donald Duck, aka Trump. The orange duck. Yeah, that's YouTube, man. But the Donald Duck. The orange duck, that is, right? That's who y'all worship? Is that y'all Jesus? Is that y'all religious people? Come on. I mean, I don't understand, man. Like, y'all need to stop with the bullshit. And like General said last night, man, that's a problem. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. And I'll tell you something, I'm not even pissed off. I just tell it like it is. If I see any niggas that co-sign that shit, what they say, I'm not fucking with you. Period. Because Agent F's gonna be a brand new nigga. Because I can't wait till he start flipping on y'all asses. I don't trust the motherfucker either. But yeah, he gonna get some act right. They don't whooping his ass right now with a bull whip, like a slavery. On the Navy ship. I didn't mean to go there. Oh man, I'm evil. I'm being petty right now. But I own my shit when I'm petty, but the niggas ain't talking about nothing, man. But shout out to BMT, man, in yourself. But yeah, it was a great panel today over at Sheila's, man. I mean, we discussed real things. I mean, they talk about something. If Pavel's ass wanted to defend the trims, of course, he's one of them. No hate, but it's the truth. Yeah, I gave up on them niggas that Mazunga incident. I gave up on them niggas last year. I already knew it was a bunch of coons in the space. I already knew. Ain't no pro-black space. Hell no. They co-sign that shit. Coons is everywhere. They exist probably from the Earnest Voice operation, right? They love coons, man. They love niggas. They don't love the black man. Black man's a terrorist. But they love fucking coons, man. Because coons, you know what they are? They're trash eaters. They're garbage disposals. They hate their own kind. They rip shits up, do all types of damage. And you know what else? They're cockroaches. I'll give them worse than that. Like an insect, they're cockroaches. Pieces of shit in the trash. Crawling and flying and shitting in Georgia. Them water bugs, right? That's what them is, man. Always want to hate on somebody. But they'll use titles like these and say, oh, he's a bit the community. The community. He's got to go. I'm like, okay, nigga. Okay, nigga. But they won't say that down here. Because you got certain black community ain't gonna tolerate that shit. They gonna hang you. Before that era, settling had always been synonymous with planting down the roots for new settlers, as in pioneering, discovery, and colonization. Facts. Agree with that. 100%. 100%. And I'm just saying, why these Negroes always want to attack Sheila? And I noticed something. Anytime they do something, right? They always want to do damage on panels. Now I know, let me tell you something. I know there's hoes on panels. I know there's hoes in the chat. Them things that they control, them niggas love them hoes, man. You know what's so funny about these hoes? To be fair, they laugh at niggas. They laugh at niggas. I ain't talking about the ones in the space. I'm talking about the ones in the chat be sneaking around. I'm probably recording these niggas, man. When that day happens, these niggas is done. That whole meetup is a bunch of whores, man. You want some pussy? You want to come to the meetup? DL's gonna give you some pussy. Pussy to be conservative. Get it? You want some pussy? You want to be conservative? Hmm? Hmm? Next thing you know, got caught in the trick bag. Let me tell you something about Atlanta. If you get robbed, it's over. Cough it up, nigga. Yeah, they get robbed down here normally. They get robbed in Lenox or somewhere in West Pacey, you better shut the fuck up. Bop bop. They ain't gonna say bop bop. Give me a shit. Give me a shit, nigga. That's it. I don't care what color it is. They gonna rob you. They gonna rob you. Yeah. Don't plan to meet up and try to have. They have a cougar pledge. Exactly, Mike. Yeah, they all. Yeah, yeah. That's what you're gonna see in that meetup. That's exactly what you're gonna see in that meetup. Because if aneurysm Nate and them boys was going on G's, if I see any nigga go down there getting finesse and fleece, you're gonna be like this. She'll probably handcuff you on the lamppost over there in the tree. You up out of there. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that shit. Cough up the shit, nigga. You get robbed like that. They ain't gonna talk you. No. They'll put a bullet in your ass and that's it. They're gonna lay you down. What will happen if something happens to them niggas, it ain't our fault. If you trust a fucking woman, shouts out to Tasifas, he's saying it is your fucking fault, nigga, and it's your fault for your own dereliction. That's all I gotta say, nigga. Don't cry. It's the woman. It's the gynocracy. It's feminism. No, nigga, that's you. It's you. You chose to get some cougar pussy, man. It's a fetish. I get it. I get it. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You can't sacrifice. Say, tell them, Nick. Tell them. Hey, you better tell them. Them niggas gonna get robbed by these women. It ain't the men that's robbing. I'll tell you a secret. I'll let y'all peep something. I'll tell you, peep secret. Men rob you for different reasons down here. That goes anywhere, panhandling, whatever, right? If a woman robs you, she's doing it for somebody else. And 9 out of 10, if she's close to you, chances are you might get shot. Chances are you're gonna get robbed hard. So yeah, you're gonna get robbed butt naked, man. It happens. Especially in the South. Everywhere else we see it, but here they don't tell you this on the news. They be capping. Niggas down here is barbaric, man. They barbaric everywhere you go. You can't run your mouth disrespecting the community. You know what I'm saying? Because more transplants come here to bring their little shit so they can get the best of you. The psychological damage. These niggas don't understand. Stop dissing the community. They ain't bothering nobody. You fix the community a little bit. Let it fix itself, man. And provide good leadership. And let them work themselves. And don't diss them. Give them some encouragement, and they'll get their little shit off. But don't beat them down, especially on the internet. Offline they had an enough, right? The system, right? Online is the media. You don't do that. You know what's gonna happen when they hear this shit? They're gonna put that slug in them hands on you. You niggas talk all that wild shit. I hate them. Shit. All right, nigga. And that's why you got. Let me tell you a secret. That's why you got a lot of women's being combative. That's why you got a lot of them that say they want to abort male babies, right? We perpetuate shit, but it's done by design. It's done by design too. But we doing that. The more we do that, it becomes a problem. But see, what happens is when people do bad shit, it's gonna happen. Like you cannot go there wild like that. And all those panels I did this week and past weeks, I learned something. And learned something about people in other panels. Like, y'all can't be talking about this wild shit like that. And I don't expect y'all to talk like this next month. They say it's cuffing season. But keep doing that shit. And they're gonna get you. Yeah, they do. They do. I'm gonna read that again. 3 times land, I enjoyed it very time. And the women approach you there. Exactly, they approach you easy. Yeah. And that's facts. That's facts. And I agree with that. Because I used to live in Atlanta. I know. Women in Georgia will approach you faster than any other state. It's kind of like you have a mix of different people that come here, but you gotta be careful. You trust her, it's your fault, nigga. When they put that, hey, and police want to rob you too, but hey, just don't piss people off. It's just like anywhere else. But these niggas want to bring it online on YouTube for decades. Nigga, they studying, man. See, that's why they got this information out. They ain't playing with y'all. They ain't with their ass either. You cannot do this dumb shit. It's not valuable. You can't be conservative as a black man in a country that's divided already. So we gotta have an option. I mean, Charles said it. Cerulean said it. DeAndre said it. Who else said it? The esteemed elder, aka Mr. DJ Music, said it. All of them said it. It's a lot of various brothers said it. Mike B, all them dudes said it. Brain trust. Come on now. Um, your grand master teacher, Mr. Black Gnostic speaks himself, BGS. Hi, master teacher. He said it. He said it. Oh, he said it. He got it for some certain individuals talking points, but he said it. Your own master teacher said it. He said it. And you know what? You know why he said it? Because a lot of niggas they don't want to do the research. You got too many yes men, and that's the whole point. So we got too many yes men. You have problems. 9 out of 10, they come around and talk all this big shit like they're gonna do something, and they just falter. So yeah, Yep. Yep. And that's just what it is, man. Let's go on, Big J. But what I saw with Sheila is I examined how niggas think in the chat, man. I mean, yeah, you have one individual. She got emotional with another woman, but it ended up being a good conversation. But Cat is hilarious. But Cat is very insightful. I mean, she gave certain people pushback, but she's different. But one thing I respect about Cat, though, let me tell you a secret. Then JX, she came over here. Now JX, you got to talk to her. I know she's mad at me about what Kudos pounds, but that's a whole nother story. But she's on the other side of the aisle with them niggas. But that's here no there. I'm neutral here. Let me say it like that. I'm just gonna leave her off the table. But Kat, I respect her because she travels. So it's kind of funny. We can understand her more, and she's looking at it from a different lens when you travel. Hey, come here. You understand the people, and the men complain a lot. She got tired of that shit, and so I co-sign that. That's one thing I agree with her right there. She did the fucking right thing for saying that. So a lot of niggas they complain too much. Me and D Darrell agreed on one thing about. I mentioned Big J in that debate with him and SKC. That was done by design. We predicted on my stream when Cerulean gave him that work. SKC did not like that shit. He got emotional. I saw that. One thing I can respect about SKC, he was bold. He wanted both of them. He wanted DeAndre and Cerulean. I let him have it. He wanted a tag in for DeAndre. I wasn't going for that shit. I stood tall on my stream, man. But then, shouts out to Brother X. He said, "We're gonna give you SKC," trying to trip up Big J in that debate. But that was done by design. They was watching my shit. Oh, they was watching my shit. That was payback. It was payback. He made a scene and got disrespectful. Used his wife on the stream, poured him some wine and shit. That's some crazy shit, man. That's some cold shit. That ain't right. And like I said, the audience was good. I told this D Darrell, they did him the same way with aneurysm, little aneurysm Nate. Nate knows the truth. He can't debate nobody. He had to have fans. Get his pom poms up. But that's the truth. That's the truth. I believe those guys are scared. Talk about conservatism all day, but not really conservative, but don't do proper research. That's why I did those two strains with him twice. They mad about that shit. As soon as Ism mentioned game, them niggas run. That's just true. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like I said, that stream I enjoyed Sheila's today. We had a good field. So at the tail end of it, it got rowdy and hectic. I think we should learn more. But yeah, her channel is good. It's not a bad channel. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It taught me something. A lot of those people, some of them people on the panel is decent. I like some certain people, but the rest of them that I have issues with, they crazy to me. And it's kind of funny that they follow her channel trying to use it, but Sheila's smart. She's calculated. She's got some good sense than most of these females over here. It's only a handful that I like. I have my little biases, but outside of that, I mean, I ain't worried about the women over here. I just let them do their thing. Now I know there was a stream on Christ Logic, man. Yeah. Yeah, for the ups and downs. That's part of it, man. That's part of the game. You don't deal with it. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that shit. I don't know if Cuda was streaming. I don't know what he was doing, but I had his notification. But man, it's an hour and 14 minutes over here. 68% on my phone. Shit. Yeah. That's all I gotta say, y'all, man. You know, that's all I had to get off my chest because what I saw for that after where Sheila was talking about, I mean, that topic was good. The beginning to end. I mean, it was a little fuckery in it, but that was a decent stream. It was better than mine's last night. Mine's was good. I mean, Wacky Joe went at it on the sports topic. So outside of that, we build afterwards, and I cut it to 8 hours. That was good. But that 11-hour stream, that was a lot. That drained the fuck out of me. What's going on, China? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a whole nother thing. Might be, you know how that is. So I've been on an hour. So yeah, man. Yeah. I appreciate what the shares from Ronan, say Sheila and China. Appreciate your shares. But yeah, man, I give a few more spills. Hold on. But yeah, it's just like I laugh at them all day long, and it's good. It's good. Super Goat Humper brought his semen hat, semen hat on the stream, and then disrespect. And see why I said what I said about his wife. If he used his pet goat as a prop, will tell me for the part of the audible. Yeah, yeah, he going in. It's just like I'm just saying, these dudes, man, these dudes. I don't understand why people do that. Yeah, I mean, Sheila better watch out. But I gotta hop off here to see what's going on. You know, get back in the house and warm up a little bit. So I'll catch y'all later. Peace.